Not only did we just see a bunch of Yeezy shock drop yesterday, but we also saw a Travis Scott shock drop. As I promised you guys before July started, we would be seeing a really big shock drop. This was the one I was alluding to, but there is going to be another. In fact, there might be two more shock drops remaining this month. One of them's confirmed and the other one not so much. We'll see what happens. Of course, I'm going to keep you guys updated. And the same goes for the Yeezys. While I don't have early info when it comes to Yeezys, obviously make sure you're paying attention to your notifications. Join the free Discord if you haven't already, and as always for Nike early info, I will be posting that inside of the endurance group. But aside from more surprises like potential Yeezy shock drops or Nike shock drops, we still have a lot of regular releases to look forward to this month, like the Nigel Sylvester Jordan 4s, the Jordan 4 Olympics, and many more. So we're going to get into all of those today. Make sure you subscribe and enable post notifications so you're always 100% updated. And remember, for free notifications and release guides, you could join the free Discord with the link in the description, where you could get free Chick-fil-A too. We do this because we want to give you guys a taste of what the full endurance group offers, which is much more than just sneaker reselling. So if you're looking to broaden your horizons as a reseller or entrepreneur in general, with things like Amazon FBA, stock investing, sports betting promotion, exploits, and much more, definitely check it out by scanning the QR code or clicking the link in the description. Other than that though, let's get into all these releases. On the 19th, for $170 each, we're getting the Whitaker Group New Balance 1906U Willful Bias, and they're coming in two colorways. Unfortunately, I'm expecting these to be mostly just personals, but there might be some potential for some brick profit, especially if you have no tax in your state, and if New Balance drops them with free shipping. In that case, I do think there might be some brick profit potential, but overall, I'm keeping expectations pretty low for these. Also on the 19th, for a whopping $325, we got the CDG Air Foamposite One Cat Eye. Now, if you guys remember back in 2021, we saw a CDG Foamposite collaboration, and despite the crazy retail, they were actually profitable, and they're still selling for really high amounts, especially the black pair. Now, these being closer to that black pair, I actually have pretty good expectations for these. Now, of course, with the retail that insane, it's going to be really hard to profit, at least with a good margin, but I do definitely expect these to sell out, and on those large sizes at least, I think you might be able to make some decent profit off of them. Maybe not a great margin because the retail is so high, but especially if you don't have tax in your state. On July 19th, for $200, we're getting the WNBA Jordan 3 Desert Camo. Unfortunately, these are already pretty close to retail in the secondary market, and I'm not surprised. Most Jordan 3s, aside from classic colorways, have been bricking, and I'm expecting the same fate for these, unfortunately, so personals only. Then on July 20th, for $140, we're getting the Jordan 1 Low Barons. Unfortunately, like all Jordan 1 Lows, I would expect these to just be personals, even though this is a really solid colorway. More importantly, on the 20th though, we have the Nigel Sylvester Jordan 4 RM Grandma's Driveway dropping for $150. Now, of course, this is a Jordan 4 RM, not just a regular Jordan 4, so demand on the model isn't going to be super high, but being a Nigel Sylvester collab alone is going to bring a lot of demand to these. We saw the Jordan 1 Nigel Sylvester perform extremely well. Right now, pre-sale for these is very high and demand is looking really good, so I would definitely expect these to be profitable with a retail that low. Even though the Jordan 4 RM model doesn't have a lot of demand in itself, I think this is definitely worth going for in all sizes. And of course, they're great personals, especially if you're into BMX riding. On July 4th, we should be seeing the New Balance 1906A Tech Explosion for $170. I think that these actually do have pretty good potential to be profitable. Maybe nothing crazy, it might just end up being lunch money, but I'd say these are definitely worth keeping an eye out for. One thing to note is a lot of people think this is a basket case collaboration. I don't think it is. They don't seem to claim it is a collaboration. I think they might just be doing an ad for this new type of general release model that's going to be coming out, kind of like what we saw on the protection pack. So don't expect it to see numbers like a collaboration, but nonetheless, I do still think it has that lunch money or brick profit potential. Nothing crazy, but keep your eyes open for this one. Then on July 27th, for $225, we're getting the Jordan 4 SE Paris Olympics. Now, normally Jordan Olympic pairs are are actually a pretty big deal. While not all of them were extremely profitable when they first dropped, like the Jordan 6 Olympics wasn't really profitable, I think this Jordan 4 is going to be a much bigger deal. The Jordan 4 model in general tends to have a lot more demand. Not only that, but the colorway is really universal, and we got some unique materials on them too. As of now, demand is looking pretty decent considering we're pretty far out, so pretty optimistic about these. Even though retail's a little high at $225, I'm expecting these to be profitable with a decent to good margin, especially in the large sizes 10 and above. So very optimistic about these, and I definitely need a personal. Then on July 30th, for $210, the Jordan 3 Wings is going to be dropping. Each year, Jordan Brand expands its Wings for the Future program, also known as the Jordan Wings Scholarship Program, so it's for a good cause, but unfortunately, I would still have to say these are just going to be personals, and you might even be able to get them for below retail if you're patient. Then on July 30th, for $115, we got the SB Dunk Low Burnt Sunrise. Unfortunately, like a lot of SB Dunk Lows recently with these types of colorways, I would expect these to just be personals. In fact, they're around retail right now in the secondary market. Then sometime in July, but without a release date set as of right now, for $150, we are going to be getting the KD4 Nerf. Now, it might not look like it to some of you newer collectors, but for those of you who've been in the game for as long as I have at least, you know that this sneaker is a really big deal. In fact, it's a grail for many Nike basketball sneaker collectors, including myself. So really excited to finally be able to get this pair in my hands again. Very similar to what we saw on the KD4 Weatherman and the KD4 Galaxy. Super hyped to finally have a chance to get these in my collection. I know a lot of you older collectors feel exactly the same way. Now, in terms of resale, I would expect these to perform better than what we saw on the Weatherman. I'd say it's probably going to be closer to what we saw on the Galaxy KD4s. So all the large sizes should be profitable with a decent to good margin, and some of these smaller sizes are mostly going to be personals, where at best maybe they'll be brick profit if you have no tax, but overall it's a good release to look forward to. Now, while that's going to conclude it for now, we do still have some more releases to come, and I'll keep you guys updated with those throughout the month. As always, sometimes it seems like the best releases really do pop up throughout the month, so we'll see as we get into that. Make sure you subscribe and enable post notifications to make sure you don't miss out on any of that, and for completely free guides and urgent notifications like for shock drops, definitely join the free Discord with the link below or by scanning the QR code on the screen. And you could also get free Chick-fil-A meals there too. This way you could get a little bit of a taste of what Endurance offers outside of just sneaker reselling, because we're trying to save and make you guys money in various ways outside of just reselling, like stock investing, Amazon FBA, methods to save on food, and so much more. So check it out if you do have a chance. Other than that though, have a fantastic rest of your day, and of course, good luck on all these releases.